Good morning, and welcome to another Browdy Thursday training. It's good to see each and every one of you today again. As always, our trainings promise to be very, very value packed and life transforming if you implement the things that you learn here today. Good morning, everyone on site, and good morning, everyone online. Mr. Arthur, it's good to see you. Mr. Tim, good to see you. Uncle Emmanuel, sir, good to see you. Kingsley Ebuka, good to see you. Obama, good to see you. Wisdom is good to see you. And you there online is also very good to see you. Today, again, we will be teaching you how to maximize your sales, how to increase your sales in the coming month, in this ember season. And if you stay to the very end of today's training, you're going to learn a whole lot that would help you in your sales journey as a realtor or as a business person generally. So, with that being said, sit down, get your writing materials ready to get a lot of value that would help you in your business journey. Okay, with that being said, I'll tell you who we are, and after that, we'll jump straight into our affirmations for today and we'll get into the training properly. We are Browdy Global, and we are a real estate marketing and development company here in the Southeast, Enugu precisely. We are Reader certified. We generally help people have a good financial personal economy for a lifetime. With that being said, also we have a platform called Browdy Realtors where we help you start off your real estate journey, grow and scale your business as a realtor. So if you're looking for a platform where you can start off your real estate journey, Browdy Global is offering you a hand to do that. In the comment section, you would see a link to the Browdy Global's Realtors group where you can join and be a part of us. With that being said, welcome again, welcome again. So right about now, this has helped me a lot personally, and I thank my boss and mentor a lot for the things he often says to us here in the trainings and on personal levels as well. He says that our worlds are formed by our words. So what you say intentionally goes ahead to affect your world in the long run. So that's why we've come up with these affirmations to help our mind think the right thoughts and say the right words that will eventually become our reality. So with that being said, we're going to get into our affirmations right now. So as always, get into the present, get into the present, get into the present. Feel your hands, wave, feel your fingers, tip of your fingers. Now relax. Shut your eyes for 10 seconds, then taking a deep breath. In, hold the breath there, then take it out. Another deep breath in, and take it out. All right, now we are present. You can open up your eyes and let's start. I am the best at what I do. I create exceptional results. I have the skills, knowledge, drive, and ambition to achieve my goals. I persist until I succeed. I execute. I am proactive. Impossibility does not exist. I am not afraid to ask for help and seek knowledge. Success begins with my mindset. Today and always, I will strive for excellence. I am surrounded by smart, capable, and supportive individuals. Today is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better, and become a better version of myself. I am grateful for my job, business, work, family, friends, colleagues, and new experiences. Yes, I can do great things. It may not be easy, but it will be worth it. I give 100% to my goals. I see the big picture. I am Roy Moore Ashimole. I am Roy Moashimole. I am Roy Moashimole. Nothing is too big for my mind. Nothing dies in my hand. We take it 3 steps back again. I am Roy Moashimole. I am Roy Moashimole. Nothing is too big for my mind. And nothing dies in my hand. Please put your hands together for yourself. Put your hands together for yourself. I believe every word I've said. Nothing can die in my hand. If it touches this hand, it repeats life. Say, I hear. This is where Jacinta will say, speak today, Daddy. All right. So with that being said, we'll be jumping straight into our trainings for today. Like I said, get your minds ready. Try as much as possible not to be distracted. For those of us following online, stay connected. Stay in the training as much as you can. Reduce distractions. If you must put some things on silent them. And those of us in the hall here, please do well to silence your phones, your mobile phones as well, please, before we get into our training. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? So, ladies and gentlemen, right about now, my accent changed for a reason because I'm about to call up a very phenomenal woman who does what she does with so much style and composure. Ladies and gentlemen, please. She's one of the best when it comes to real estate consulting and real estate knowledge generally here in Nigeria and across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking that none other than our very own. Our very young, phenomenal, very, very young. Oh, we are still in Nigeria. It's not here then. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we make welcome our trainer for today in the person of Miss Jacinta. Oh, crap. Please put those hands together. Put those hands together. Thank you so much. Keep clapping until she gets up here. Please keep clapping. Keep clapping. All right, all right, all right. Good to have you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Roy. Please be taking it easy on the introduction sometimes. My leg still shakes. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you all. Good to have you back on our Thursday training, courtesy of Brody Global Limited and Realtor School. For those joining us online, you know how we roll. Once you jump live, type #live and where you are joining us from. And if you can see me clearly and hear me clearly, type 1 and 2 in the comment section. And for us here, just say, I am here. All right, good to see you, sir. I don't know your name, but good to see you. Good to see you, Timothy. Good to see you, Kim So. Emmanuel, good to see you. Sugar, good to see you. Ubabara, good to see you. Obi, good to see you. Roy and Wisdom. And those behind the camera. All right, good to see you all. So today, first of all, we'll be taking questions. For most of us that started practicing real estate, if you have questions, kindly drop them at the comment section. And if you are here and you have questions around real estate or real estate marketing, or you started real estate but something is not clear enough to you, or you started but you've not made sales, you want to clarify something, also drop them at the comment section. Also let me know, and we gladly answer that. Are we ready for today's training? So basically, today is going to be like a question and answer, which I've stated. The next thing is, if you don't have any question, as I wait for your question, I'll be going into the series we started last Thursday. How many of us were here last Thursday? How many of us? Okay. Some of us joined online last Thursday. Oh, Jerry said here in Enugu. Good to know, Jerry. Ifama Geraldine, good to see you. Good to have you here. Amarachi Namani, good to have you here too. Wow. All right. Thank you all. Right. So as I wait for your question, we'll be going into the series we started last Thursday. Last Thursday, we discussed on how to increase your sales in this coming month, which is the word ember month, right? We are entering that period of what? Of ember period. In fact, we're already in the ember month. This is September what? And the next thing, in fact, the remaining of the month is what you are hearing is what? Mba, mba, mba. But let it not say mba to you. Right? So we are entering that period um that comes with buying, that comes with a lot of buying energy, right? This is a period that people are looking to buy, buy, and buy. And when they will now realize that they have bought so much, is say in the next year, maybe by first week of February, they will now realize that, oh, they've already spent all they have made in the previous year. So how do you now take advantage of this period as a realtor? How do you take advantage of this ember period positively or not negatively, right? How do you take advantage of it? I mean, people are preparing, market women, they are warming up, right? Getting their goods, preparing themselves for the ember period so that they can make massive sales, right? So, how are you as a realtor preparing to make massive sales in this ember period? And we started discussing about mindset, right? We talked about having a right mindset. That instead of having that mindset that, oh, people don't buy during Christmas or people don't buy during this ember period, you should debunk that kind of mindset and know that this is even the period that people activate their buying mode, right? Some people would have been saving since January till this period just to be able to buy that property maybe that they set as goal, right? And some, those in diaspora, they are waiting to come back during Christmas period for them to see that property with their eyes and then make their payments, right? So if you don't position yourself, if you don't get ready, how will they now find you at that particular time? So you should have that mindset that this period is a buying period. And you have to position yourself to grab your own what? Market share, right? Get ready to grab your own market share of what is coming, right? So you don't just sit down there and watch other people. You see people selling food stuff, they are making it big when during the Christmas thing. You see other people, they are selling out. People selling clothes, they are selling out. So what about you? See, the same way people are buying clothes and other products is the same way they are buying land. People buy properties every day. And who did they buy from? They buy from people as well. So why not just be the people they are buying from? So that is what we are discussing. We started discussing last Thursday, right? That number one, you need to have the right mindset. Know that this period, even that this period is a buying period. You need to understand that the same way they are buying other foodstuffs, the same way they are buying chicken, the same way they are buying goat meat, right, is the same way they're also buying real estate. So this is not the time to go on break. In fact, some realtors, they enter on sleeping mode this period. They say, now this period, let's just rest. After December, we'll continue, right? They drop their realtor badge somewhere and then take up other roles and start other businesses and start doing, right? This is because of the mindset of the mentality they have, right? Some people too, they see that, oh, during rainy season, people don't buy. It's also about what? Mindset. So the first thing is that you need to debunk that mindset. Know that people buy every day. Then we talked about positioning. Now that you have understood this, now that you have understood this period, what are you going to do? You position yourself. Where are those people going to search for this property? Right? Where are they searching for it? Number one, they are asking, maybe the warm audience, they are asking their family, relatives, and all of that. Now, if you don't post, if you don't show or talk about real estate, how will they know that you're doing real estate, right? Next thing, even if you are selling online, this is the best time to position very well. Make as much content as you can so that once they go either Google, YouTube, we've talked about search marketing and interruption marketing, right? So now you have to position yourself out there So that once they go to any of those platforms and they are searching, how do I buy genuine land in Enugu? How do I get cheap land in Enugu? What properties for sale in Enugu? You are showing up in their faces, right? So we talked about all these things in our previous class. So if you're not there, maybe you can catch up with the replay videos on our YouTube channel. Are we following? So today we are continuing with the second series. So the second the part 2 of how to increase your sales in this coming month is by having or setting a clear goal. It is when you have clear goal, that's when you will know what you are going to be doing, right? Your goal determines your activities, right? So first you need to set a clear goal. Now let's start with your income goal, because that is, we're into sales, right? We have so many goals to set, but I'll be focusing on income goal. Now you have to ask yourself, what is my income goal for the remaining months of the year? So in fact, check the goal that you set since January and ask yourself, how far have I gone? Right? What do I need to do? Now you have to check your goal again and then retarget yourself, right? Now you're looking at this ember period. You're asking yourself, you need to set a clear goal by asking yourself, how much do I want to make in this remaining period of the year? Right? You need to find out what is the exact figure. See, goal is supposed to be specific. If it is random and if you are not sure of it, it will not come to pass. So you have to make it specific. You have to set a clear, that's what I said, set a clear goal. The goal must be clear. If you don't have a clear goal, you will just keep going. And even when you arrive somewhere, you will not even know that you have arrived, right? Because you don't have a clear goal. So if your income goal, ask yourself, how much do I want to make in this remaining, how many months is remaining? 3 months, yes. So these remaining 3 months, how much do I want to make? Right? Okay, let's say you want to make 5 million, even though it's small, but someone is always saying 5 million, right? So if you have a specific goal, so if you want to make this amount in this remaining months of the year, now, how much do I have to make every month to be able to attain to this amount, right? And that is where you write it down, right? Some people say, oh, some people feel reluctant about writing their goals down. They feel, what if it doesn't happen, right? But there are things you cannot control. And if you write your goal down, there is a 1,000% chance that you're going to achieve that goal. Because that even used to happen to me. If I set a goal and I write it down, sometimes I'll go back to it. I say, Chai, I've done this, I've not yet achieved this. It will help you to reprogram yourself and know how to achieve it. So you need to find out the goal. How much do you want to make? Let it be specific. Write it down. And then, because this your goal is going to determine your activities for the remaining months of the year. So if you don't have goal, how will you position yourself? If you don't have goal, what content are you going to be creating? If you don't have a goal, how will you be able to cash into the ember period, right? So you need to have a clear goal. Set a clear goal for yourself. And I want to point here that make your goal believable and achievable. Some of us, see, I don't know how to put it, but make your goal believable and achievable. Now, let's take, for instance, you want to make at least 1 million naira a month, right? So don't set a goal that, let's take, for instance, you've not made 1 million naira before. and your income goal for the remaining months of the year is 1 billion naira. I did not say that what God cannot do does not exist, though. But you need to know your capacity, right? Even though it is good to dream big, right? It is good to dream big, but have a goal that in your mind it is achievable. Because sometimes if we set goal that is unrealistic, deep down, deep inside our hearts, we know that it's not going to be attained. And what happened? You will not achieve anything, right? So set a realistic goal. Set a goal that is believable and achievable. I know when I started real estate, though, you don't have to start like me. Started real estate, I know I've not gotten an alert of 100K that time. At that time, so in my mind, my goal that time, when my boss asked me, so what is your goal for? And I said just 100K life. It was like, you mean? But you know what that helped me to do? Because I've not made that kind of money before. I was just wishing to have 100K Pakotaro to enter my account. And what happened is that once I achieved that 100K, right, I started longing for 200K. From 200K, I started longing for 500K, right? So what happened is that once you set an achievable goal, next thing you are tripling it, or you are 10 times in it, right? So when I had that 100K, I was like, this money too small now. Just I yourself no try. I was not like, I want 500K, right? I started making, I started pushing to make 500K. From there, I entered my 6 figures, right? So that is what setting a target or a goal that you believe and is achievable, right? I don't mean that you have to start small, but don't set a goal that in your mind, when you remember it, your mind will just shut down. And that's what happened. Once you have not grown into a task, once your mind hear it, it will just shut down. So if you're saying, because they say you should dream big, it's not bad though that you should dream big. They say you should dream big, do this. And you'd have not sold one plot of land. You now said your goal is 1 billion naira in this thing. Now, what will be happening to your mind is that once you hear that amount, your brain will just shut down because you have not even imagined how you are going to achieve it, right? But if you have a target and a specific goal, realistic one that you see that is going to happen, once you have it, you work towards it and it is going to come to pass, right? So now that you have set your goal, let's take, for instance, you've set a goal that you want to make. Let me just be maybe level. Say you want to make 10 million in these remaining months of the year. Now, this 10 million, you now divide it. So then next thing you need to do is to break it down. Break your goals down into months and into weeks. Now, when you break it down, you say, let's say the remaining months, divide this by, let me make it 12 million. So that if I divide it by 3, it's giving me 4 million, right? 4 million every month. Now, next thing you're asking yourself, how am I going to make 4 million naira a month, right? So once you ask yourself, how am I going to make 4 million naira? Then you start looking for properties. Which property am I going to sell to be able to raise this amount in 1 month, right? That's when you now start looking for properties. Oh, okay. If I sell, let's say for instance, if I sell Castle View, or let's use the one that is already available. If I sell Grand Omega, 10% of 5 plots of Grand Omega in 1 month. That's like, so okay, let's say you need to sell like 10 plots or 9 plots of Grand Omega for you to get this money. You see that you are already breaking it down. Now, when you have identified which property am I going to sell to be able to raise this money, right? To be able to see, the truth is that most times you might not get the exact figure, but at least you are close, right? And that is why it is good to set up, because if you set a certain figure that you know that you are going to achieve, you sometimes you even smash the goal and then set a higher one. So let's say you decide the property you are going to sell to get this 4 million. Now, how are you going to sell this property? For people to be able to reach out to you, and you'll be able to make this commission. And that is where your activities come into play. Now, we have the AIDA principle, right? Do we remember the AIDA principle? For those that will be attending, the first one is what? Attention. Second one, interest. The third one is what? Desire. And then the last one is what? Action. Yeah. We have Browdy student right here. Right? And we also use the 1,100, right? 10 and 1. So for you to make one sale, right, you have to be able to attract 1,000 people, and 100 out of the 1,000 showed interest. Then 10 desired, and then you took them for inspection. And then maybe out of the 10, one person made payments. From this, you will see that for you to be able to make those sales, for you to be able to achieve this amount, you need to generate more of this, right? I need to increase more of these people to be interested, right? And then from there, the number of people that would desire will have to increase. And that is where your activities now come into play. So that's why I said this period is not the period of you to go and sleep, or to go and start or to go on a break, that, oh, we're entering ember period, let me pause and start selling shoes. Once the period is over, I will come back and then continue real estate from where we stop, right? So this is from your goal. You see how we are moving. When you have a goal, when you have a goal and you have a realistic goal, you plan towards it, right? You plan on how you're going to achieve it. That is where you search for properties you are going to sell to be able to achieve that goal. And then you now start working on getting attention, getting people to be interested in what you do, getting more numbers to desire, right? And then getting more numbers to take action, right? You see that throughout that month, you have work to do, right? But if you don't have a goal, you just feel relaxed. If you make one sale, you just say, oh, you will not feel relaxed for that rest of that month, because you feel that you have made just a sale. Except making just one sale a month is your target, then you can be sleeping after you have made one sale, right? So you see that setting of goal is very important, because if you don't have that goal, you will not know your next step. So your goal will determine your activities. So that is where you start breaking down. So how am I going to market this property so that these people will be able to reach out to me? And that is where the thinking comes in. You now think around it. How do I present this property? You now have to think about different kind of content you are going to make around those properties that you need to sell to achieve this goal, right? You start thinking around. So you do a lot of different kind of content to be able to get people to know what you are doing. And that's why business is a game of numbers. You see how it's played out here, and that is how it is, right? So the next thing is, should I do that first? Okay. So the second way to increase our sales in this, sorry, I'll just swipe this. Please, those online, if you're following, let me know. Let me see the fire emoji. Have a good work routine. Have a good work routine. Now you have set your goal. Now you know the amount you want to make. Now you have written it down. Now you know the properties you are going to sell to achieve this goal. Next thing is paying attention to the activities you do daily. And if you don't have good work routine, it will show in your results, right? So most of us have a horrible, in fact, some of us have that 9 to 5 work mentality. Sometimes I had some, there was a time a client, a prospect called me like late in the night. And then he was complaining to me that he called one other lady. And the lady said that this is not a work hour, that you need to call me tomorrow morning by 8 a.m. And you are a realtor posting online, and you are forgetting that internet does not sleep, even when you are sleeping. And somebody will reach out, and you are hoping, you are going to prayers every morning. You are praying that God sends a buyer to you, and God will not say, okay, Mr. Tim, go to Emmanuel, buy 10 plots of land from me. Right? I'm just being sarcastic here. And then the person will now call you, trying to make inquiries. You now say, no, sir, this the worst is that you even answered. It's even better that you don't even answer. And then maybe wake up, send a message, so sorry I missed your call. Can you call back later? This one you pick the call, and you now told the person that this is not a work hour. And the person, they should call you back. President General among sorry, right? So some of us, we have that 9 to 5. I call that law call it minimum wage mentality, right? We feel that you have that 9 to 5 mentality, that if it is not from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., work closed, your mind is closed, no more business. You go and start balling, right? But you need money, right? So that is what we need to work on. This is a period that we are expecting more, right? Even though other period we still expect more, but this period we should understand, and that's what we have been teaching. Should understand that there is no sleeping time in this period, right? So you need to have a good work routine. Do what you say you're going to do. Okay, you've said you're going to make, say, 1 million naira in a month, right? I'm just saying, because I know most of us have gone past that goal. You said you want to make 1 million naira in a month. You have designed the content, how you are going to make it, how you are going to create content to be able to attract people to you, to buy from you. Now, your work routine now supposed to be in alignment with your goal, right? Now you said you are going to call. Okay, let's take, for instance, you have people that you're supposed to call, people that you feel that they'll buy real estate, right? You need to do the cold calling. But you now wake up, you now have excuses, you make excuses, or you got busy. See, there's difference between, how do they call it? There's difference between, how will I put it? There's difference between being busy and being productive, right? If you are not productive, you are not going to get results. So this, your work routine, having a good work routine means doing that thing that you're supposed to do to achieve your goal, right? Now, your goal should not only be written, but also be in your mind. If you're every morning you wake up and ask yourself, what am I going to do today that will be able to help me to achieve what I have already written down? And that is why selling activities are controllable, right? But you can't control where the next sale is going to come from. But you can control the input and the activity that you're going to put in for the sale to come. And that is why Mr. Jeff always say, um, um, is it Apollo waters? How do you put that? Paul planted and Apollo waters and then what? God brings the increase. That is pure selling, right? Selling or sales is controllable. Sales result is controllable. Sales result is controllable, but you cannot determine where the next sale is coming from, right? Sometimes you are thinking that, oh, the next sale will be coming from your aunt. It might not be coming from your aunt, right? You don't know where the next sale is coming from. And that is why you need to control the activities that you do every day to be able to help you to achieve that goal or that sales result that you want, right? So you need to have a good work routine to capital. You need to have a good work routine. If you say, oh, if you have designed that content, that's why I always advise that every month, or let's say for these remaining months of the year, you have set your goal. You are going to make so amount. Next thing, you break it down into months, right? Now, every month in the month, you break it down into weeks, how you are going to achieve it. Now, you have to sit down and plan your content. You have to sit down and plan what you're going to put out there to be able to attract the number of people that you want to be able to to achieve your goal. Because we're in the business of people. Commission, please silence your phone for those that are coming in. Commission comes from people, right? Yeah. Commission comes from people, by people, and through people, right? So your work, so you need to sit down and plan what your month is going to look like, how you are going to attract this number of people to reach out to you. So you not just wake up and start posting. That's why you see some people, they don't wake up and start posting randomly. And if you do it randomly, you get random results. That is the true fact. So most of us, we lack the skill of sitting down to plan what we are going to do for the month to be able to achieve our goal. If you sit down to plan, your marketing will not be random. If you sit down to plan, you will see that there will be a flow. In fact, before the end of the month, the kind of course or the kind of people that will be reaching out to you, indicating that they are interested in this, you'll be surprised because you sat down to plan, right? Having a good work routine, do what we're supposed to do. And that's why we have what we call the finder's time and what the keeper's time. And as a realtor, you need to pay attention to this timing. The finder's time, this is the time you're looking for what? You are looking for prospect, you're looking for lead. You're looking for prospect. This is a period looking for prospect. This is the time you are okay. This is the time you are creating content. This is the time you are cold calling. This is the time you are making sales presentation to people. This is the time you are, if you are doing offline marketing, you are walking up to people to tell them what you do and all of that. This is what finder's time. This is the time you are looking for people who will be interested in what you are doing. And like you know, business is a game of number. The higher people know what you are doing, the higher chance you get for them to do business with you. So if you don't pay attention to this finder's time, so every day you ask yourself, what is my finder's time, right? Ask yourself, what am I going to do to get people to know what I'm doing? So finder's time is that time that you set out, that this time I'm going to create that content. This time I'm going to make that post. This is the time I'm going to call that person that wanted to buy land. This is the time I'm going to do this. So this is the finder's time. Then the keeper's time, this is the time for follow-up and closing. Right? Keeper's time, this is the time you are sending that property. Okay, somebody called you and make a request. Said, okay, I'm going to send you the video of this property. And because you were busy, you forgot and then moved on with your activities. Right? But if you are able to have keeper's time, what happens is that this keeper's time, you are doing what you said you are going to do. Right? You are sending, if you said you are going to send subscription form of that particular property, this is the time you are sending it. This is the time you are following up on that client that reached out to you. This is the time you are doing, if you said we are going to call this person in so time, this is the time you are calling that person, right? So these things in itself is what is going to bring that result. It's going to make you achieve that goal that you have set, right? In keeping these times, right, is what is going to help you to achieve those results. If you don't have time to prospect and you don't have time to follow up, how will the sale now come in? Selling is a system, and you cannot maneuver any of those systems except it happened by fluke. And most times you see that if a sale happens by fluke, it just happened at that one time, right? It is not consistent. But when selling becomes consistent, when sales becomes consistent, it means you are following the system of selling. We have the lead generation, we have the follow-up, and we have the closing time, right? There's time to talk, there's time to listen, and there's time to close. And this is what, if you don't pay attention to it, you'll be wondering, why am I not making sale? Why am I not doing this? Why is people not calling me? Why is the person that called me did not contact me again? You become worried because you don't have good work routine. And we forget that we keep looking for bigger things and forgetting that it's the little things that actually brings the results, right? So every day, like I said, if you have a plan for the month, beginning of the month, make your plan the content, plan the properties you are going to sell that is going to help you to achieve that your goal. Plan the content, plan everything. Don't just wake up and start doing things randomly, because you also get random results if you do it randomly and if you are copying people, right? Yesterday, we used one simple example. We went to site and then some ant and soldier ant entered my trouser. That yesterday, as we went to Mount Board in our new estate. So I found out where those soldier ants were, and I did not follow that route again. So when we were coming out of the place, my colleague was saying, Ryan was saying, let's follow through this way now. He was following through that way. I said, no, that Obane now entered my trouser. He was like, what is Obane now? I said, it's soldier ant. It will bite your mother and bite the pikin inside you. So, so that's what happened. So he was not like, that this thing now is actually real life concept, right? Some people follow people just like that without knowing the motive of why they are doing it that way, right? So when I changed where I was going to follow, and he had to ask me, why am I following that place? I said, because I followed here the first time and something happened, that's why I'm not following that place again. And that's what happened if you're copying people. Maybe somebody make a post, and because you just wake up, you don't have plan, nothing. You just wake up, you don't have plan, you don't have this, you don't even have a goal. You are a realtor, you want to make sale, you don't have a goal, you don't have a specific number that you want to make that particular month, you just wake up, you see somebody posted this flyer, you carry, post. You see this person post this one, you carry and post. I'm not saying you should not copy, but copy with sense, right? So you don't know that those people that are already making those posts have sat down to analyze that this content is going out so day, and this is what they want to achieve by the rest of that month, right? So we need to always learn how to sit down, think, plan, and have a good work routine. Let us not have that minimum wage kind of routine that if it is not 9 to 5, I'm not going to do business. Meanwhile, you are marketing online, right? Are we following so far? Those online, are we still following? Like this is not showing up. So another thing, which will be the last, um, sorry, I'm wiping this. Can write there. Another thing that you need to do, another critical step that you need to take to increase your sales this coming month is by focusing on lead generation. Focusing on what? Lead generation. And we know what leads are. What are leads? Potential buyers, prospects, potential buyers too. So this period is the period you focus on. Let your energy be on generating as many people as possible that is going to buy properties from you, right? When you have enough leads, you will not be disturbed about that one person that promised you since January that is going to buy from you. Until now, you have been following up. You'll be calling him how far, because you don't have plan. You don't have enough leads, right? You will not tie your umbilical cord around the person and said, you must buy from me. I know that man has money. He have to buy from me, right? He have to buy from me. It's because you don't have enough leads. That's why your number one goal, your number one duty as a realtor is to generate leads. If you have enough leads, you will not be bothered about who is buying from you and who's not buying. In fact, my first period in real estate, I did not have enough time to follow up because I had enough leads that once this person is concluding with me, another person is concluding with me because I had enough leads. I even had to put them in different brokers lists, right? That is what happens when you have enough leads. If you have enough lead, you will not be worried about sales. You will not be worried that, oh, this person is not buying. This person is not buying. And how sure are you, self, that person that you are tying your umbilical cord around is even willing and able? You don't know. You don't know whether he's willing. But if you have enough people, and that is why you need to keep your funnel full of leads every time, right? How do you generate leads? How do you generate leads as a realtor? We've talked about this almost every day, right? We have talked about this. There are two ways you can generate leads. It's either by knocking on people's door or people knock on your own door, right? It's either you meet people and tell them what you do, or they walk up to you and indicate, oh, I want to work with you. Oh, can you help me with this? Oh, can you help me with this? Which one do you even prefer? You prefer both, right? But which one is the sweetest? People coming to you, right? That is the sweetest. Because that time, you just arrange your coat and then sit down and tell them what they will do, right? And that is where positioning comes in. So every morning you wake up, you ask yourself, who are my leads? Who are the people going to buy from me? Who do I want to serve? Right? Who do I want to serve? We've discussed different people that buys real estate, right? We've talked about them severally. We've said number one is what? Investors, right? Number two, cash protectors. Yes. Number three, homeowners. All right. And then lastly, diaspora. In their way, right? They say there's difference between diaspora and abroad. Sorry, I'm not the one that's going to explain it, right? So you see, there are 4 categories of people that buy real estate. Now, you look at yourself and ask yourself, who am I going to serve? How do I serve them? Among these categories, how am I going to, which of them am I going to serve, right? How am I going to serve them? People don't like saying, I'm a marketer, right? Because they feel that marketing is going to people and telling them to buy. But do you know the best way to even market is by positioning as a friend, as a helper, and as an advisor, or even as a consultant. People will prefer to do business with you because you are coming to them as a friend. And that is what your content does. When you're putting out content, put out content in a way that you're going to help these people. And this is buying period, for God's sake. We are entering buying period. We're already in buying period, right? What you need to do is to position as their helper. Be willing to help them. If you're going to serve Nigerians in diaspora, how are you going to help them? In what way are you going to serve them, right? Because it's when they feel that they want to see, people don't buy out of, they have to know you, like you, and trust you before they buy. And before they do that, they have seen that you are interested in their growth. People don't buy because of your benefit. If you like, list that, oh, this property has a C of O, it's on the third road, it is, in fact, it's in front of government house. See, if they see that it's not going to benefit them, and you are not like saying it in a way that is going to help them, they will not buy, right? So that is why you need to find it more appealing in more way, and in a different way that you can sound that you want to help these people. And you can do that with your content, right? Be a person of value. Even those that are doing offline marketing, you can be a person of value to the person you are meeting, right? When you become a person of value, what happens? Money follows. Money follows value. You cannot be expecting, like, when I started real estate, I was posting flyers. Nobody even asked me how much. In LA, like, right? When I post flyers. But when I start creating content, like real content, trying to talk about how real estate works, trying to talk about, educate people, tell people about what they don't know. Do you even know the people that even buy more? People that don't know about it, right? If you educate this, and their percentage is very high, right? The percentage is very high. See, from your posting that you're doing, buy now, DM me right now. They're only just like 3% that is in that buy now group. What happened to the rest 97? And then let's divide this 97. Say 67. Sorry. Say 37. I'm just using a random number. Say 37%. Maybe they know about real estate, right? And they have done some research on how real estate works. And then they now decide that they are going to, buy real estate. Now, what happened to the remaining what? How many? How many are there? 60. Right? You see, their quadrant is very big, 60%. These people say they don't even know about real estate. They don't even know how it works. And you have, sometimes you even have them among your contacts that they will come and ask you, this real estate you have been saying, how does it really work? Right? Have you sat down to think like them? Right? So this is a part that, so imagine that you have this 60%, that you're educating this 60%. You don't know that you convert more to you. So here you talk about how real estate work, how they are going to benefit from it, how leaving money in the bank does not help their life. You see that at this point you are coming to them as a friend and as a helper, as somebody that is interested in their growth. People buy because they know that this thing is going to help them. If it is not going to help them, if you like push it till tomorrow, nobody will ask you how far, right? So if we should understand this, getting leads will be easier for us, right? Generating leads will be easier because you understand how to market. So marketing is not just waking up, posting flyers, doing this. Yes, it's good to post flyers to show that you are doing this, but have your back plan. Have the people that you want to serve. Look for how you are going to serve them. What is their pain? What is that thing that they need to solve? Now, if you're going to focus on this 60%, what kind of message are you going to be sending out? Right? Because it's not the same message you are telling this person that have the money ready to buy now, that you now come and start telling him importance of real estate. No. The person is already asking, how do I pay? And I said, sir, just wait. Let me tell you about importance of importance of real estate, right? And this 37 already know what real estate is. In fact, he or she has done his research. I had a client like that. She has done all her research, maybe for how many years now, and now watched a lot of videos, and then I saw my video, and I feel that, okay, this person can help me, right? Before a client calls you, they'll feel that you can help them, right? So if you're not sounding like their helper, they cannot call you. So somebody told me that time that this man was telling them, he watched somebody's video, one of my clients, the person was saying, yes, I am the CEO, come and buy from me. I am the managing director of this place, come and buy from me, with his suits. Or me that is sitting one side and saying, CEO, if you want to buy land from diaspora, CEO, look at this, pay attention to this. They'll be like, hey, this person can help me. They will not say, oh yeah, they will not call me, right? They will not call Jacinta. And Jacinta will gladly, cash out, collect the money, right? You see, there's difference, yes, between these two people. So that is why the easiest way to sell is by sounding or being a helper, an advisor, or even a consultant. Even let's take, for instance, I always use doctors as example. Doctors are consultants. In fact, before you meet them, you have to pay what they call consultation fee, right? For most of us that have gone to the hospital. You pay consultation fee. Next thing, before you go and see him. And when you get there, he's asking you what is wrong with you. So why you that is saying you're a real estate consultant, how far? How do you position yourself as a consultant? And that's what we've discussed previously. You need to listen. You need to ask how you can help them and then prefer solution. Consultants prefer solution, right? So this is what you need to focus on this period and be doing. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? All right.
Okay. Regarding content creation,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to intend doing voiceover,
Mm-hmm.
can you use a particular video more than two times?
So yeah, you can use one video more than two times. In fact, there's this statistics shows that people have to watch things like 7 times before the message gets to stuck to their head, right? So you can post more than one time. You can post same video more than one time, right? So that's why sometimes I even invoke some videos I made a few years back and share on my timeline, right? Because the message is still the same, right? The message is still the same, and you still have somebody that is looking for it. So it is not bad. Yeah. Any other question? Any other questions? So we are talking about focusing on lead generation. See, this is very important. If it is only this thing that you're going to take action today, right? We've talked about how to generate leads. It's either you knock on people's door or people knock on your own door. And how do they knock on your own door? You have to position as the person that they can knock on his or her door. You have to become a person of value. Don't just sit down there and wish, right? Start doing it. Start creating that content. Start following up. Start calling that person that you said you will call, right? If you don't do all these things, you will not achieve your goal. Oh. Remember, we've set a goal. And it is that goal that is directing our running now. You see that there is a plan. Selling has a plan. So you don't just wake up and be doing it. And that's why if you wake up and start doing it, you will not even know when you are doing well and when you're not doing well, right? So today we've talked about how to increase your sales in these coming months, of the remaining months of the year, right? Yeah. Which is the ember month. Yes, so we've talked about that this ember month is the month of buying. Even you that is looking at me, even me that is talking, I'm already saving money of what I will buy. So the same way people are saving money to buy properties, and the same way they are buying other goods is the same way they are buying properties. So how do you now stand to cash out from the remaining months of the year? So we talked about, if you missed the last training, I think you should visit our YouTube channel and then get to watch the replay. And then for today, we've talked about other ways you can increase your sales this month. Number one is by having a goal. Clear goal, oh. Clear goal. Don't just say, I want to make around. Your goal will still be around. It will not be stable. You say, I want to make around you keep being around till the year will pass. But if you have a specific goal, this is the amount I want to make. I want to make so amount in sales, right? You put it down. Write it down. Write it down. And then we talked about because we talked about having a good work routine. Now that you have set your goals, what are the things you are going to do to be able to achieve your goals? Because your goal will not determine your activities. Okay, I'm going to make 1 million naira in commission this month. Which property am I going to sell to be able to make 1 million naira in commission, right? So for you to get 1 million naira in commission, it means that you're going to get 10% of 10 million naira worth of property, right? Now, you now look at which property is going to give me that 1 million naira, right? And that's why we now move to having a good work routine. Now that you have seen the property that you're going to sell, you have a clear goal, you have the property you are going to sell. Next thing is to plan your activities around those properties and generate people that will reach out to you to be able to make that commission, right? Now that you have set out the goal and then have property, next thing is to have a good work routine. Plan your content, plan your activities. Have what we call the finder's time and the keeper's time. Finder's time, we said, is time that you use to look for prospects. You need to have a prospect list so that when you wake up every morning, ask yourself, how full is my prospect list, right? Tadeka should say, our coach Tadeka should say, if you prospect, you prosper. If you don't prospect, you suffer, right? If you don't have people that are calling you, you will be broke. You will not have money, and nobody, hunger will sit you down on a Saturday morning when people are going to, and then we deal with you specially, right? So that's why we need to have our list of prospects. See, your prospect list is your inventory list. Let's take, for instance, see, we're in the business of people, right? So you have to have enough people that is going to reach out to you, that will be raising up their hand to say, I'm interested in this. I want you to help me. oh, this is this, right? You need to have enough people. So you always, that's why you have to think on how you can get more people to reach out to you, right? We're in the business of people, and sales is a game of number, right? Sales is a game of number. The higher people you have, the higher, the higher chance that they are going to buy from you, and the more commission that you're going to make. Commission does not fall down from heaven. It comes from people, it comes through people, it comes by people, right? So that's why you need to make sure that your prospect list is always full. Do not run out of prospects. Because if you run out of prospects, it will make you to be desperate. And sales hate desperation. Sales hate desperation. Even money itself hates desperation. When you're desperate for money, money will start running. Oh, leave me, right? But when you plan and then keep doing the work, you see, and you are becoming a person of value, money will start working and say, this guy has been doing. That's why somebody can walk into my office and give me money, 50K, because he's my subscriber. And I've been receiving a lot of that since, right? Because I'm a person of value. That's how you too are supposed to be a person of value, so that you will not approach sales out of desperation. You'll not be telling the client, how far now? Are you no longer buying? He's finishing, he's doing what? I'm not saying you cannot follow up, but you follow up more with steez, right? Because if you don't, if you are desperate, it will actually show. And once you are desperate, clients will now start feeling like, oh, there's something that is not right with this person, right? That's why some people will be like, some clients have called me and say, they think they never used to call me. Some people used to call me every day to buy from them, but me, I know used to call, you know, used to call me, right? Because they feel that I'm not desperate, right? And they will see, who will they come back to? They will still come back to me to do business with me. That's how it will always be. People don't buy from hungry people. And that's why they say, do not go to the negotiation table with hungry stomach, right? You need to be filled. You need to be a person of value. You need to like have content always to be able to attract these people to you. Are we following? So with all these things being said, it basically means you need to go back, revisit your goals, set another goal, plan towards achieving that goal, plan your content and how you are going to become a person of value. And you know what? Once you do all this remaining period, you won't be shocked. You will be amazed on the results you'll be getting, right? Because if you know, okay, there's a question. Okay.
Should I read it out?
All right.
So it's from Ifama Geraldine. She says, my question is, for some of us that are not in town, how do I make videos and get leads?
Okay.
And she also said, and to some that don't really know what to say in making a video.
Okay. I think Ifama Geraldine, maybe she's joining us for the first time. I would recommend that you subscribe to realtors.school, right? You need to subscribe to realtors.school because there this is not like our first training. We've had a lot of training on how to start, on what to say, and on the things you need to do. So if you're starting out, Ifama Geraldine, I believe you can still hear me, please subscribe to realtors.school. The link will be dropped on the comment section. You can sign up. There we've broken down details on how to start and become a realtor, on content, the different kind of content you can create, and give a lot more. So I think from there you will know how to what to say, right? Oh, she said, yes, I'm joining for the first time. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining for the first time. Yes. So Realtor School, we'll drop the link on the Realtor School. Just subscribe to it and then go through the courses. You will know how to start. It's not something we can start discussing right here because it is a lot. So you have to go through realtor school and you get all the answers to your question. All right, thank you. Any other person? Yeah. Mhm.
People that are outside are always scared of them.
Yeah.
So they always ask, do you have the CFO?
Mhm.
Are you sure that this land is legit? Are you sure
Mhm.
that I will not get scammed? So how do you get CFO of land? Or how do you convince them that this land is legit and they can buy it and don't need any problem?
Okay. So that is why it is on you now to go and study what a CFO means. You need to study and understand all the land titles, right? If you're in the business, you will tell them how to avoid being scammed, right? And that is why you are there to help them, right? So, first thing you need to learn about land documents, understand where they are used, understand if a land has a C of O, what are other documents that the person is going to get if the land already has a C of O. So this thing now is on you. Once you understand it, you'll be able to tell them better. Like I've had clients that said, oh, because the property does not have C of O, they are not going to buy. I educated them on what C of O is and what is important in that transaction, which is their document, which is their deed. Because the deed is the one that transfers ownership from the previous person that bought to this person. Meanwhile, a CFO is just a document that is given by the state government to a landowner, showing that their person is the actual owner of that particular land, right? It doesn't transfer, but the deed transfers. So it's when you learn it, when you understand it, you'll be able to educate. And by the time you're educating them, with your confidence, the person will know what you're doing and they will buy. Except the person doesn't just want to buy. But when you educate clients, especially people that don't know, they just used to hear C of O. And believe me, they don't even know about it. It is you now that can tell them what they need to know and how it actually is, right? So you need to understand it first. When you understand it first, the 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 confidence in which you tell them, we convince them that they know what you are doing. Now, most times they are doing that to know whether you know, right? So if they not shake you and your mouth is like this, they'll move, they'll leave, they'll call another person that is talking with confidence, telling them this and that, right? Sometimes if I educate my client finish, they'll be asking me where is the account number? How can I pay? Right? So I think every person should learn that. Go and learn about the industry, learn about real estate. And that's why realtor school is there. If you have not see, even if you have been in real estate for a while, you need to go through this school. It is very important. Any other question? Any other question? Well, we'll be I'll be dropping the mic soon, even though I'm with no mic. So I'll be dropping the mic from here because I think we have exhausted what we have today. We will continue next Thursday. We still talk on how to, increase your sales this coming month. But if you start taking action on what we have said so far, so as you are going, take your action plan. Go back, visit your goals, set your goals if you have not set before, set your goals, and then look at properties around you. Which one am I going to sell to be able to make to help me to achieve my goals, right? And then work on your routine. Don't be a person of excuse. It's either you give excuse or you make money. You cannot make both at the same time. And you have 1,000 reasons why you are not going to do that work that you're supposed to do to be able to achieve your goal. So do not give room for excuses this period if you want to make sales this ember period, right? I remembered few years back, in fact, one of our busiest days is from 20 something, right? People are going home. but we are running inspections. How did it happen? With these things we are training here. This is not what we just wake up and start talking about. This is what we have experienced too, and it is working. And that is why we are sharing it to you. So if you take action, you see yourself, you even be busy. Like we used to go home like maybe 30, 31st, right? And that 30, 31st, just we are trying to squeeze out time to go, right? Because people are on our neck. Oh, I want to see this. I want to buy this. I want to see this. But if you have been sleeping this period, nobody is going to call you, right? The period will be passing you. People are making sales, and you are just there. So let us not allow that to be our case. Let us start now to start taking action. Do all that you said you are going to do. I know it's not going to be easy, especially if you are starting out for the first time. Number one, you're going to be camera shy. Number two, you will not like to hear your voice. Number three, you will not even like how you look at the camera. So many things. Me self, that time, if I set camera and they say I should come and talk, I will first of all go to the restroom, stay there like, 30 minutes. They'll be calling me, come out now. So those periods. But once you start doing it, with time, you get used to it, right? I am speaking fast like this today. I'd not just wake up to it, right? I was not born like this. In fact, I'm still a shy person. I was very shy. In fact, the first video I made, I was looking at the ceiling. I could not even look at the camera. One client called me. He said, Jacinta, why are you looking at the ceiling? What happened to the camera? Right? But with time, I grew up, right? I started getting better. So it is in doing it that you become better. It's not by waiting to have it all. Some people say, oh, I want to buy iPhone 15 first before I start. Oh, I want to go and shave my brows. I want to do this before I start. You have a lot of excuses. And by the time you realize it, see, it is with time that time will tell, right? And you see that you have not done anything for the whole year. So you still have like 3 months, right, to start taking action. So jot down your action points and get started to it. See you at the top. Thank you so much, and then have a good day.
Wow. Wow. Good afternoon. Good morning. Since you're here like this, you move to the future. Okay, so good morning, everyone, again. And wow. Let me just soak them in a little bit. Okay, you can just join me, soak it in a little bit. A lot has been said, and as we always say, she said that as there's not in the hearing. My boss and mentor will say it's not the note takers that go fight, the action takers. And you may not really write notes, but you're taking mental notes. The action takers that do stuff, not mental note takers. So with that being said, thank you so much, Jacinta, for that awesome session. It was really, 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 really good. Good to see you, Amos. Okay, with that being said, Realtor School, of course, is a place where you can, everything she teaches, Mr. Jeff teaches it, they're all available there. You can register and get to know more, get better grounded as a realtor. Okay, everything is there. And also, we have the Proudly Realtors group. How many of us here on the group, Proudly Realtors, you're on the group? By show of hands, please. Okay, so every one of us, we are all on the group. So please, we have our daily updates on the properties we have and some things we do most times. Every morning we update on the properties we have there, but most of us don't go there. They keep on entering some people's DM and asking, can we? This is what is everything you need is often sent to the group. So please, in as much as we will respond to you when you enter our DMs, ask so, but please help us by checking on the group in the morning. Every update you need is always going to be there. New videos. We're about to launch a new estate. It's also going to be there. So make sure that you check the group. Okay. Anybody here for the first time? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. So, first timers, how many of us have been to the church before? You know how they do it now. With after church, somebody will be at that corner. It's not there's not much difference here. So, for those of us who are here for the first time, after now, just go over to that corner. Obama, the beautiful the tallest lady in the room right now, is going to tell you more about us, get you more acquainted with us and all that we are all about. Okay? Right, with that being said, I need to increase my energy a little bit because I'm about to say something very exciting. Very exciting. Very exciting. Yes. So coming in November, on the 8th of November, precisely, ladies and gentlemen, it's the biggest conference in the southeast of Nigeria. And I say this with all whatever. Yeah. So yeah, on the 8th of November is our Southeast Realtors Conference and Award. And we are not even silent about it. It's really loud because it's going to be one of the best conferences for realtors you've ever witnessed. They feel it's actually going to be that. So it's happening on the 8th of November. And please, in as much as attendance is free, registration is compulsory. And then to register, you just have to, the link will be dropped in the comment section. Okay, sorry, it's not you're on site. For those of us online, the link will be dropped in the comment section. Just click on the link and get yourself registered, because if you do not register, you'll be bounced. Sorry, you'll be bounced. For those of us here on site, please, the link to register will be dropped in the Browdy group. Since all of us are on the group, it will be dropped there so you can register and attend. The reason for that is so that we can plan adequately for you, right? So that you would have a number and a data to work with and will not be taken unaware. So please register so we can give you the best as we always do. Okay? It's important. Southeast Realtors Conference and Awards. And just so you know, this year is tagged acceleration. Acceleration means to, pick up speed, understand? So yes, it's very, 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 very important that you register. All right. So with that being said, we've come to the end of today's training. We've come. Am I forgetting anything? The link to register. Yes, it's going to be dropped in the Browdy Grutos group. Sorry, Browdy